Hey y'all, welcome to Decor by Faith. I am Sharita. I'm so glad you're here. I want to do a little story time, just to give you an update on everything and where I am as of today. So let's go back to May 13th, 2024. I had a call on a Monday with my then director, and to my surprise, I went to go get some coffee or tea, whatever I was drinking at the time. And I came back, and there were two people talking, and HR was on the call. And shocked. I was at a place where, I was co-chair of a DEI group. I was, hosting events and doing all kind of things. And I always told my team to make sure that you're recession proof, to make sure that, if it was a normal place where we would see people laid off routinely, or rift as they call it. But make sure that you're adding value. That didn't matter. I know I added value. That did not matter. I had a micromanager and she was marginalizing me. And as a result, I was laid off. And, I started to reach out to the SVP of HR and, talk to her to see what she could do to stop it, because she was actually my mentor. We didn't just have a good relationship. She was my mentor. But then I thought about it and I just let it go. And 1 year later, I want to tell you I'm still here. So what the enemy meant for evil, God used for my good. So 1 year later, I'm still here. Now, I have put in over 400, and I'm not exaggerating, per LinkedIn, and I know it's 400 plus because I don't always go through LinkedIn applications. I've had roughly 4 interviews, and that might be give or take, probably give more so than take. 4 interviews with hiring managers. I've talked to some recruiters along the way, so I might be missing a couple there. But 4 where I sat down, I had on a dress, and I'm doing the STAR method. Yeah, I've had 4. And the last one I had was in September, October of last year. So here we are, it's May. I'm still getting letters that are saying, yeah, sorry, but yeah, sorry, but no. So I'm still receiving those. I got one today, in fact. And the thing about this job market is you can be qualified. Like, this is a role that I was doing. So I know that I'm qualified for this. And I know that I dot every I, cross every T. So I'd love to see the candidate that you're selected. But then I started to think about it probably about a month ago. And actually April 11th, it was the day. And I started thinking about it. I was like, I'm going to follow my passion. I'm going back. I previously sold real estate when I got laid off in 2008. Previously did it, loved it. It is hard work, but I love helping people and I love helping family. And I also love real estate. I love houses. Like, if you haven't noticed, before any of this transpired, this weekend I was at home, and my daughter, we were riding down the street, and I was like, I used to love that house. I used to love this house. And I remember when they painted it and everything, we would go by it every day on the bus when I was in high school. So this always been my passion. It's something that I prolonged, and I thought about doing it back in the fall. I was throwing in the towel and I was done. I was like, no, let me keep, because I wanted to go back to corporate America. I just didn't feel, compelled at this time that this was the right time. And God was like, he stuck to it. He was like, no, do this by faith. So that's how this channel actually got birthed, was by faith. And that's how I'm going into this real estate season, is by faith. So stick with me as I walk through this by faith. I just finished my courses and I still have to take the exam. And I've taken it before, so I kind of know what to expect there, but I'm still prepping for it just to make sure, because I want to make sure I'm successful. I've got a lot of ideas because, like I said, I want to help people. So I'm going to help my single mothers out there. I want to help you get into a home. I want to help you fix your credit and see what's going on. Because home ownership, I was talking to my niece this weekend, and she's a single mother. And she was like, you're right. She's like, I'm paying 100% in interest when you think about it. And you absolutely are. Like, you don't have anything when you walk, and when your lease is up, You got to hope you get your deposit back because the kids colored on the wall or something. And at the end of the day, you walk away and you don't have anything. She did the math in her situation. I think I did the math in my former video. I've got 2 of them out there. I'll link in the description. But when I first moved to Tampa, I didn't know what area. So I'm in a new, city, new state, new everything. So I got to figure out where I want to be and where it's comfortable for me. And so when I first moved here, I rented for 4 years. And give or take, I was paying right around $2,000. So I think it started in 1900, but then it went to 2100. So for easy math, we'll say $2,000 for 4 years. That was $100,000, y'all, that I paid for his house. He's got the house. He's probably still got it to this day. He at one point did reach out to me trying to sell it, but I had too many issues and he wasn't fixing anything. So yeah, I moved. And I rented again. I rented 2 more places before I finally found this home. And, to that, my last house, the last rental that I had, that landlord, at one point, I think it was 4th of July. Yeah, it was 4th of July. My sisters had came and they brought kids. So I've got this house full of people and the air conditioning goes out. And he was in no hurry to fix it whatsoever. And I told him, he has me FaceTiming him, his agent. He had a property manager. He had me FaceTiming him rather than come and see. This is Florida in July with no air. So those are the things, not to say as a homeowner your air won't go out, but then you're responsible for it. It's your home. And so there's a big difference. So at any rate, I do want to work with my single mothers to help you, as well as first-time buyers all together, to help you to get into a home, because it is the best investment that you'll make. The best investment that you'll make. I don't care what those people say out there, those influencers and all that, and just be careful who you listen to. But also, if you are laid off, I do want to tell you this job market is a beast. And I'm not saying that it can't be done. I saw people get hired. A few of my colleagues, were extended offers. And I just don't feel that that's what God had for me. So that's why I'm walking by faith, decor by faith. And I'm walking by faith in this area of my life. And I just feel like I'm walking on water. I just feel like, when I first moved to Tampa, I used to do a blog and it was called Trust Without Borders. And it was all about, if you know that song, Hillsong. If you know that song that they sing, take me out into the waters where my faith is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters. That's what the song is about. And I'm still doing that to this day. So it will be 9 years. Yeah, 9 years next month that I accepted the job offer and moved here, and I'm still operating by faith. The job, that was the source, or the resource. God is my source. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The job was the resource. God is my source. So he said he would never leave me nor forsake me, and he's always been right there with me. So I know that he's with me. And here I am, 1 year later. And my mind is clear. I'm not snotting on the phone and talking to people and crying about what's going on, that they gave me a rating of a 2, a 2. And I was formerly, they wanted to, I went through all kind of trainings and all kind of things, so I could continue to grow with the company. And now I'm a 2. It was the leadership and it was a railroad. But I know God is in control, and what the devil meant for evil, I know he'll use for my good. So stay tuned. It's for his purpose that I'm here. And I want to definitely help you to locate your first home, or it could be a retirement retreat. It could be a rental too, but retirement retreat, or it could be a vacation home. Whatever your desire is, I want to help you to achieve that. So more to come on that. I'm continuing to work through finalizing everything. Got a lot of ideas and some things that'll be launching in the near future. And including some merch. So I've got a lot of different things I want to put together. Because one thing I'll definitely say that I learned is don't just have one stream of income. My pastor always taught that. So stay tuned, more to come, but be on the lookout for information regarding live. I don't know if I'll do YouTube or if I'll do Instagram. I haven't decided yet, or maybe both. But I am going to do some home buying 101, getting you prepped for that. So stay tuned for that. I will have a sign up, so be on the lookout for that. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, then you probably want to go ahead and do that now, because you might miss it. Anyway, y'all be blessed. God is in control. Trust God in every season. Trust God. If there's anything else that I can testify to, is that I put my hope, my faith, my trust in God. This last year, 365 days later, and I'm still sitting at the same desk in the same spot. I didn't have this artwork up. I didn't have some of the decor in this room, but I'm still in that same spot because God kept me, and He always will. Y'all be blessed, and we'll chat more on the next one. Hey y'all, good morning. It is Winning Wednesday. I wanted to hop back in because I was thinking this morning, this is the next chapter. This is the next chapter in Trust Without Borders. I want to pop this in the tripod, but let's see if I can get it really quick. Yes, this is the next chapter, y'all. The next chapter in Trust Without Borders. And I'm so excited because I feel like crying. I really do. Because I was thinking this morning about when I would ride to this song in Indianapolis. I had a bike and I would ride miles and just play this again and again and again and again. And then I found myself in Tampa. No family. I've got an aunt, about an hour away. That's it. Didn't know a soul, and came to Tampa Bay for a career opportunity. That door closed, and here I am today. 1 year later, I'm starting my own thing. I got 2 things that I'm working on. Both of them are passions of mine, things that I always wanted to do. I'm probably going to get copyrighted. Let me turn this off. Let me turn it off. I'll probably get copyrighted for that. Because it wasn't quite. I think it was less than a minute. But y'all, I'm just so excited about this next chapter. So I wanted to add this on to my previous video because I wanted to let you know that God is in control. I know I said that before. And no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Remember that. I stood on that promise for so many years. And I guess me too needed that reminder. So I just decided to play this. I got 3 minutes before I got to hop on this training for one of the ventures that I'm going out on. I'm just walking on faith, y'all. I'm walking. Part of the song says, help me keep my eyes above water. So imagine that you're like this, trying to just stay above water. That's where I'm at, y'all. That is where I'm at. But God is so faithful. Oh, and I love Him so much, and I thank Him. And I haven't even made $1 yet, but I got so many ideas. I'm writing stuff down. Me and Chat G are talking about different ways that we can. And you can't just rely on Chat G. If y'all use Chat G, you got to kind of steer Chat G to where you want to go, because Chat G don't know. Chat G doesn't know. But Chat was like, "You are on it." I was like, "Yeah. We about to make this do what it do." I wanted 6 figures, but then now you know what? I want 7. Now, devil, I want 7, okay? How about that? Run, tell that. Y'all be blessed and have a great day. Remember, it's Winning Wednesday. All we do is win. The word says that we are more than conquerors. Y'all be blessed.